Hi everyone, Justin Patton here, motivational speaker and life coach. And I just got back last night from Dallas, Texas, where I got to work with Mooey Restaurants and about 200 great leaders from Wendy's. And we talked a lot about change and how to really thrive through change and not be a victim of it. And I got to tell you about a quick story about when I was at Unicare, and owned by Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. And I had a great leader named Larry Schreiber who gave me some mentor and some guidance one time. We were going through a bunch of reorganizations and I was scared and I was nervous. I had just joined the company not too long before that. And I was in a meeting with him and he said, "Justin, remember, with change comes opportunity." And I've never forgotten that, because what I realized is so much in my life when change happened, which we all experience change, right? So it could be whether it's getting married, whether it's having kids, whether it's switching careers, financial status dramatically shifting, any of that stuff. When we go through that change, so many of us experience fear. And I realized for such a long part of my life, I lived in the fear of change and not the opportunity of change. And when Larry Schreiber gave me that feedback about, with change comes opportunity, it made me realize I could live my life in a different choice about how I handle change, and I could thrive through it versus be a victim to it. All the research in change talks about how change is a very emotional experience. And we all go through this little part they call the valley of despair. And so, when you first we're unaware and then we become aware of a change. So, right, the relationship ends, or there's going to be layoffs, or we're going to have new leadership in our teams, or our partner maybe gets a job offer where they have to move. And so we got to make a decision about what's going to happen. Anytime we become aware of the change, there is a moment where we go through this valley of despair, because we start to think, well, how is that going to impact me? What's going to happen financially? What's going to happen with my security? All of this stuff that keeps going inside of our core. And so long, here's what I want you to get out of this video, is that you can live in the valley or you can live in the opportunity. And how many times when changes happen in your life did you live in the valley for way too long? It's okay to go through it as long as you don't sit in it. And you don't sit there for long periods of time and be a victim of it. That you can decide to go through the valley, but I'm going to acknowledge where I am and I'm going to move through it so that I can start to live in the opportunity. And there were a long time in my life early on that I probably sat in it way too long in the valley and didn't understand, didn't find the opportunities and all the changes that were happening in my life. And so I hope that gives you something to think about. Are you going to live your life in the valley, or are you going to live your life in the opportunities that change provides you every time? All right? Hope it gives you something to think about. If no one tells you they believe in you, I believe in you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.